Welcome to Thursday Aspirations, a time, a space and a place for teachers seeking a brighter future.
Thank you very much for joining us. As you know, we meet every Thursday at 7 o'clock on our Facebook page. And today we are still very much in a Jubilee atmosphere. You can see those flags behind me. If you are joining us, you probably celebrated Queen's Platinum Jubilee, which was fantastic, very, very long weekend. And now you are actually back again to the stress of the daily teaching. Mary is going to show us something amazing, which actually happened on the actual Jubilee Thursday. Now, Mary, over to you. Show us. What is it?
Well, I will show you. We ended up in a rather unusual situation with a rather unusual outcome. Here's somebody we met.
The day has finally arrived. The Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II began today, and the weather for the first morning celebrations was truly wonderful.
Yes, we were actually there with Mary, standing next to this particular lady. Total surprise. And the atmosphere there was absolutely fabulous. So we were at Trafalgar Square in London. Mary started chatting to the lady next to him. I walked away for a few minutes just to make a phone call, and Mary will explain what happened next.
Well, this particular lady, it was just by chance we ended up standing next to her and a guy with a very professional looking camera. And as we listened to her talk and things, it became clear that she wasn't, you will hear her accent is slightly American, but it's also not purely American. She was Polish. And we realized that she was there from the Polish TV. And while Dorothy was away making a phone call, she said to me, "Would you like to be interviewed?" And I promise you, if I'd been asked that question, sometime earlier, a decade or two maybe, but sometime earlier, my throat would have gone dry, my tongue would have felt big in my mouth, and I might have done it, but it would have struck fear into my heart. I didn't. I felt very relaxed about it, and so she asked some questions, and that evening, we found out which channel it was and we tuned in. We found there's a Polish English language channel, which I certainly didn't know about. And this was the item, which a little bit edited, but this is how it went.
When you look at the faces of people here, they're actually very engaged and they're happy and they're, and not cynical as far as I can see. And I think it's something about the fact she has been there for everybody the whole of their lives, and largely around about the time of Diana, things got a bit wobbly, but largely she's been hugely respected by pretty much everybody. She's sort of the world queen, isn't she, really, I think?
Now, it actually took us a good few seconds to realize that that voice at the beginning of the clip was Mary's. Doesn't he make a fantastic presenter? That's what I thought. That was quite fun.
Well, it was a shock, wasn't it, Dorothy? And we were screen capturing it because we thought we're going to be able to use this for something. We'll screen capture it. And but both of us are going, "Oh my God, that was me talking then," before the actual interview bit.
Did we? It was.
We didn't expect it at all. We didn't expect it at all. And as all of you know, when you hear your own voice in unfamiliar circumstances, it never quite sounds like you. It did take a few seconds to realise they'd use me as the voiceover. So what she did, this lady, there are only two of them working together, and she used what I said and then what some other people who were interviewed said to provide her storyline. So we'll show you a very short clip of what came next.
It was exactly 70 years ago when Princess Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, eldest daughter of King George VI, at the age of 26 has taken the British throne with all its challenges and became Queen Elizabeth II. In 2015, she also became the longest reigning monarch.
So what they'd done was they put that clip in, and you will see why, because in the next bit that they included of what I had to say, I mentioned the coronation.
And that atmosphere is the same today. I think they're just pleased to be here and part of something. And she's been, because I can also remember seeing the coronation. I mean, I didn't come to London for the coronation, but I went to my grandparents' house, sat on the floor. He had the first television that I'd ever seen, a screen about, yay big, little black and white shaky picture. But that I remember too. That's one of my earliest memories, actually.
When we saw that, I mean, to see that television, which was shown right at the end with the particular way BBC was surrounded by those letters, is exactly how it was at about that time. And it was quite moving for me to see that, memories of being with my grandparents and so on, a long time ago and far, far away. The lady signs off, and I think because she inspired us to do this programme today, we should give her due honour for what she is.
From London for TVP World, this was Klaudia Czerwińska.
And what an excellent presenter she was, wasn't she? Yes. But Mary has got a tip based on that little news item. What's your tip, Mary? Tip for the teachers.
For the teachers. She was consummately skillful, and skill like that, both in terms of making relationships quickly with people that you want to interview, putting them at their ease and so on. It comes through a lot of practice, and it comes through being trained properly. And really the tip is this, that those of you who think you might leave teaching to do something else, particularly if it's going to be running your own business or developing an enterprise or something, one of the skills that I would say is universal, has to be there, is the ability to speak in public. And before you leave teaching, there may well be opportunities, even paid for by, out of training funds and things, to do public speaking courses. And if not, it's worth looking at adult education, because I would say it's possibly the most valuable skill you can get. How to talk to a camera, how to marshal your ideas under pressure and be coherent about it. So our tip is, if there's an opportunity to do a short or long course in public speaking, grab it with both hands. It will serve you well. Dorothy.
Fantastic. Thank you. Great tip, Mary. Well, that's over. That's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed our chat tonight. Please join us again next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Invite some of your friends, colleagues, anybody you feel may benefit from our little chats, Thursday chats. Do leave us comments. Do join in our conversations. We will answer any comments left in any questions left in the comments boxes, and like us as well. Join in our conversations. Thank you very much, and good night.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully see you next week. Good night.